Mama se kungi betengo e kumoyi ingumada takana. Okyo sokinu kibangase. Manuele ngando mushisamye. Manuele.
Yeah. Two of Few Podcast coming at you with another video, man. I recently saw this question posed by someone who was curious. How can I get better faster? This is a question I'm pretty sure a lot of people have asked themselves and asked of others, man. So most importantly, man, I would love to hear from you all. If someone asked you the same question, what would you say to them? What would you tell them? How can I get better faster, man? I really just want to add my 2 cents to this, man. But let me know what you would say in the comments down below, man. To start it off, I think what is most important above all is consistency and dedication. Consistently taking your weekly classes, man, is how you get better, man. The people who you idolize, the dancers who you love to watch, understand that at one point they were beginners and they got to where they are today by consistently practicing and putting in the time and effort to become better dancers, man. It's really as simple as that. Add to that, man, take private classes. Yes, I understand that private classes cost money, and that could be an issue for some, man, but private classes are so beneficial because it gives you the technical knowledge and everything you want to know, man. Another benefit of private classes is that it is a one-on-one training with that instructor, man. So they can look at you, see what you're doing, and pinpoint the mistakes you're making and the things you're doing correct. And that right there is invaluable, man. So private classes are something to think about if you can afford it, man. To follow up with that, if you can have a group of friends or at least one person who you can practice 1 hour with outside of class, that can be very beneficial, man. 1 hour minimum once a week, man. That just putting in that time outside of class, to practice and to get better across the course of a month, 2 months, a year, man. It's amazing, to put it as that. In my opinion, when taking classes, the ideal ratio is to not be too little and not to have too much of an overload. Try to take maybe 2 to 3 classes per week and go to 1 to 2 socials per week, man. That is extremely important, man. Classes are where we train, and socials are where we put that training to the test. So please do not discount social dancing. You need both of them, and if you do without one, you're doing yourself a disservice. So make sure you go to class and make sure you're going to socials as well. In my opinion, when taking classes at either a festival or in a class atmosphere, in my opinion, a class where we focus on 1 to 2 specific things greatly outweighs a class where it is heavy pattern focus and they're teaching you multiple things at once, man. A class where we focus on maybe 1 or 2 patterns, but in that class we focus on the movements related to the count, how to set up the right distances with your partner, how to indicate to your partner what's about to happen next, and maybe how to add some flair to that. A class like that, you retain more knowledge, and it is so more beneficial to you than a class where they're just throwing patterns at you. And if you really think about it, the next time you go to a social, how much of that class, whether it's just patterns, how much are you really going to retain of that knowledge? So a class where it's very specific in what they're teaching is a grade A class, man. As far as listening to music, which is super important, you have to listen to that music genre that you're dancing to in your spare time. You want to get familiar with that music genre so that you can learn to anticipate where the breaks and where the pauses are in the songs. Super important, man, is to try to hone and perfect your musicality, because your musicality is what separates you from the next dancer. When you're able to play with the music and enjoy it, man, I'm telling you, it takes the dance to a whole nother level. So do not discount musicality. It is super duper important, man. Just to close this out, man, like I said earlier, man, understand that consistency and dedication are the 2 most important things when it comes to anything in life. In your endeavors to try and improve yourself and become a better person, a better dancer, consistency and dedication will get you there. I think that's a great way to wrap up this thing, man. Like I said, man, let me know what you would say to someone who poses that question to you, how do I get better faster?